online intern professor program on impact of digital pedagogy in professional development of engineering teachers. Today we have an eminent resource person, Dr. Sudindra Panda, Professor, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and he is going to take the session on improvement in technical education. We welcome you, sir.
Okay.
Anshani.
Okay. Dr. Sudindra Panda, he completed his Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Engineering and Technology in Bhubaneswar. After he completed his Master of Technology and Doctor of Philosophy in Soil and Water Engineering at Punjab Agricultural University, Ludhiana. After completing his degree, he worked as a junior engineer in the Department of Agriculture, Government of Orissa, and then he worked as an assistant professor in Punjab Agricultural University, Ludhiana. And after he worked as a senior scientist in Orissa University of Agricultural and Technology, Bhubaneswar. And later he worked as a professor in Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. Since 1995, he has been also listed as a noteworthy soil and water engineering educator by Marcus. He was an active member in Indian Society Agricultural Engineering, Indian Society Water Management and Institution Engineering, India. Now we call upon Dr. Sudindra Panda, sir, to take over the session. Please, sir.
Okay. So good morning to all the participants. And also thank you, Dr. Sundaram and Dr. Sarvanan from the SSIT Institute for inviting me to share my thoughts and among the participants. They are all the technical teachers from the engineering colleges and polytechnic system. So actually, I want to have more discussion with all of you because sharing the slides, actually all of us showing the slides, because I want to have a more interaction with you, discussing the problems and issues, how best we can help you, motivate you to resolve some of the issues of the technical teachers presently countries encountering, how best we can take up those things. Let us, because always I think technical institute, the backbone of a technical institute is technical teachers actually. The faculty members of any technical institutes, they are the pillars, the foundation of the any growth and development of any of the technical institutes. So they have a major role to play because you are creating the next generation students. They are the future of the country. How best you can take care and build their career to be a good innovator, entrepreneurs, and having a critical thinking in their mind to do something new to the country as a nation as well as at the international level. The level is different, but you have a major role to ignite the mind of this young students community, how best they can contribute for national growth in technical fields, to be an innovator or entrepreneurs. That is the main objectives of these presentations, because presentation I can finish within half an hour, but I want to have listened from you because I have already got 65 years age. Whatever knowledge I gained during my 36, 37 years of service in different national institutes of repute. So I want to share my thoughts and I want to interact with all of you with your questions so that we can find out if I can motivate any one of you, any good number of today's participants. Today participants is total 52. So if you can motivate some faculty members to be a good teacher, good researcher, also good continuing educationist, and they can definitely create the next student community for their future. So you are creating the future of the country. So let us, because here a lot of things are there, quality, improvement, technical education, because countries now facing a big crisis in this moment. Earlier were not really serious about the quality actually. 20, 30 years back, our priorities were different actually in any of the educational institutes, because I graduated in 1978. Those times we were using slide rules, calculator also not available, and always we are going for library and noting down everything there. But presently, everybody is having all facility available in fingertips. If you click it, everything available, all information is available. But you see, the change, transformation is going on in the country as a world also, and technical side. So here, quality always, as a technical institute, quality takes care of everything. Because who are the beneficiaries? Who are the stakeholders? We have to improve their quality. Presently, you know, students also one of the, starting from your parents, students, teachers, the administrator, and the employers. These are all stakeholders. How in each stage, a parents also want to create a good, his son and daughter should be good students, so that will be get admission in the premier institute in India or abroad. We're concerned about our kids. Then faculty also to be improve their quality. Institute also wants that good student to take enroll in the institute. We should have a good quality faculty members, good ambient in the institute. So the infrastructure facility available to a faculty, to a student, that also you can, and also as a manager or the administrator of the academic institute, they're more concerned how there'll be good placement, 100% placement will occur to the students, so that the reputation of the institute should grow, and the students should be placed in good salary package. And then after they're joining, really what they are really doing, but what change they're doing in higher educations or in the professional field, in industries. So what is all the aspects of the quality are more concerned nowadays. And that it should need an improvement also. We need to improve it. Where we are now, because this is a transition phase is going on. So every day we are improving. If a faculty really dedicated, committed for the institutes, because faculty having coming across a lot of constraints, limitations are there in their life. Everybody, because let us discuss about Indian context, we should not compare. We can gain some knowledge of this top institute in the world, MIT, Harvard, Princeton, or Caltech, or whatever institutes are there, top 10 technical institute in the world. We can also learn a lot of things from them, but we have to transform those knowledge to an Indian context actually, because their nature, character, their background, their environment, what is the expectation of those faculty members. We cannot 100%. We try to improve our things gradually to reach to that level. There is always everyone trying. All our faculty members constantly trying to improve their knowledge base, their competencies in the class, in pedagogic component, in content knowledge also they want, always they're trying. But we should constantly continue our effort, how we can improve our knowledge, both in content as well as in pedagogy, and how we can create a critical thinking and innovative ideas in the mind of the students. If I go into the class, if we not ignite the mind of the students, and those 45 to 60 minutes time is not effectively utilized, we have to always think why a student will come to the class. First question, why a student come to educational institutes, because nowadays so many educational institutes are there in the country. Technical institutes are there country. Why a student come to this technical institute? Why not go to other technical institutes? What is there in this institute? Whether only beautiful classroom, infrastructures, granites, marbles are there in the institute, or laboratories are excellent laboratories of high-class laboratories of that international level, or the quality of the faculty is so good that the teaching quality of this faculty is so excellent. Nearby colleges, this message should reach to all the parents. They should know, okay, this college having excellent faculties. They use all type of tools, techniques used in pedagogy, and the content knowledge also excellent. They know how to teach and what to teach. They know the content, they know the context. They know the pedagogy component also very good, blended with their teaching learning process. So this message will reach entire your area, so that parents will definitely like to send the student to the institute, so that there should be 100% admission. Whatever capacity of the institute is fixed. Presently, trend is going on computer science engineering. Okay, because this is a trend, so we cannot change the trend. The trend will come, and this is a sinusoidal principle. So this year maybe computer science, after 10 years maybe civil engineering. So we don't know. According to trend, we have to facilitate those infrastructure, faculty members to bring to that level. Then only, definitely, because as a parents, you also can imagine, you have to think, why I'll send my son and daughter to an institute where the quality is not at all maintained. The teacher's background is not up to the expectation. And when they go to the class, only they show these slides. Also, I'm also showing the slides also. The thing is that if you can motivate your students going to the class, telling some of the real problems presently countries facing in your area of specializations, definitely the student will develop some interest. And moreover, every class, if you can define 45 minutes, what lesson plan you are preparing, what the 45 minutes, what actually you want to do. First 5 minutes, you can tell about the problems and issues, how this problem can solve. Sometimes you can devote for telling the theory and background of these concepts, followed by some of the application related problems. Then student will think over this matter actually. Because nowadays everything available to them in desktop or laptop, and why they'll come to the class? If the student, the faculty cannot have that type of competency to attract the student to the class by their content knowledge, context knowledge, and pedagogical tools, student may not be interested to come to the class. If they'll come to the class, they'll be diverted to all type of non-academic activities, sitting at the last bench of the class. And during this completely, suppose, example, curriculum, faculty member doesn't have any control over the curriculum, suppose. Even whatever curriculum is there, defined, because the AICTE, they have a certain curriculum is there, and every 4 or 5 years, there is a change in curriculum. The curriculum is fixed and you don't have any control over the curriculum. How best you can segregate those 30 or 40 hours of entire one semester lectures? Because I don't tell that all the faculty members are very competent in everything. They may be good, very good in theory, may not be good in application side. My suggestion to all of you, please don't think that we know everything. I also don't know anything. Nobody knows everything. Even out of 40 lectures in a semester, if you can segregate which lecture you are competent, you take the class. where you feel that lecture to deliver by a any professor, scientist in the country or any company personnel. Because when I was in ITR Chennai, I have experienced that L&T, we have a lot of classes with the collaboration with L&T. L&T office is there in Chennai. So we also invite them. And I also attended some of the classes. It's really interesting because a lot of things they know, which also as a faculty we don't know. So every day, a lot of projects they're doing in the country, different problems, different issues are there. Similarly, a faculty are from different discipline, you know, every industry, whatever problems and issues they are facing. So accordingly, we have to segregate minimum 5 to 10% of your total lectures in a semester. You can share and invite, because nowadays, if online mode is there, no problem. You can invite some of the top professors in country or abroad. Any industrialist from India or abroad, you can invite. The database must be available to you. Who are the people in the country and abroad? They are really have a depth in the subject. They know the applications and also teaching methodology up to that standard also. And these are the some of the things actually I want to tell you, that you have to have a whatever curriculum, if you can, because if a private institute is there, you can change the curriculum very frequently. But if you are a government institutes and it is controlled by AICTE, it is they have some frequency where you can change. I told you about the curriculum. In curriculum is defined the lecture wise distribution and involvement of the resource persons from outside of institute. Plus, in each lecture, you have to tell whether today's lecture is a video or it is an animation or partly animation, partly video, or it's the simulations. Everything should be well defined actually. If you go to the class, lesson plan you have not prepared today, I'm going to the class, what tell to the students is not prepared well in advance. And your knowledge is not up to that expectation of the students, because students are expecting a lot of things. So let us see the quality, because quality definitely all the stakeholders, I'm telling you, you are something different. If you really maintain a quality, I have seen in my life, I will give you an example because the giving example will be better. As a faculty, if you maintain quality, and that is having a long-term effect in form of publications, projects. I have seen some of the faculty, they have maintained the quality. When they take the students at the master's level, PhD level, the undergraduate level, they screen out best quality students. And moreover, they have told to the beginning that this many papers, quantity form, in quality form, they told that you have to publish paper in these journals. The name of the journals is well defined, which is having high impact factor journal is completely defined in that, so that the student from beginning, you know, that this professor is very quality concerned. So, and I have to work in that level so that I can publish even one paper. Even I don't tell about number actually. Let us don't think about quantity. Let's talk about quality. If even one paper I can publish from my PhD, and in that specialization, it's been mechanical engineering. In mechanical engineering, there are a lot of subgroups are there. In that subgroup also, there is some paper journal which having highest impact factor. So, if a faculty has well defined his quality, then definitely he is always successful for his promotion, going to higher positions. Even if another faculty having 10 publications, not in a good impact journals, a faculty having 1 or 2 papers in a high impact journals, definitely interview board members, definitely select him or her for higher positions. Even students, really the students, those are really quality concerned students, definitely go to that faculty who is also equally quality concerned. From institutional point of view, institution also very much quality concerned also. Some of the institutes, they're really good institute, they're good vision, they also select faculties, quality faculties. The criteria for quality faculty, all of you know. I don't tell only publication is the only parameters. There's so many parameters are there. And also, as a faculty, you should know how to write a quality paper, how to write a quality project proposal for funding, how you can conduct a quality training program so that people will be attracted to join training program conducted by your institutes, how much you have a collaboration with the national, international institutes, how much you are active, academically active in all these aspects. I'm telling, I have seen that if you're a good teacher also, I have seen in IIT Kharagpur, faculty members going for 1 semester course delivering in foreign country. Don't think that if you're a good teacher also, you have a lot of demand. Why I'm telling you, if you're a good teacher, your classes attendance will be 100%, number one. Number two, pass percentage may be 100%. Even pass percentage, number of A grade may be highest. And this message should reach to all these parents, community at large, that this institute, this department, this is the best teacher. Student definitely attend your class. They will never miss your class, because if you miss this class, I'll miss something which is innovating in my approach, so I can create something more interesting for my future career. So that type of fire, you have to, the faculty having competency, they can do the mind of the students. So these are the quality for parents' perspective, students' perspective, faculty perspective, institution also concerned about the quality also. Because this quality, if you don't maintain, how it will be accredited? How? By NEC? How it will be approved by UGC or AICTE? Even the ranking, NRF ranking or QS ranking, national international ranking framework, how your institute go? If you cannot maintain the quality in all your activities, then how is it possible that institute get accredited? And definitely you are, if you don't, faculty cannot contribute, then who will contribute then? Supporting staff is a supporting staff. They'll support you. Faculty, they know what to do, how to do. They know very well. Okay, everybody having some constraints. Constraints is there with everybody. Even in government or private institute, at any level, we have some limitations. Overnight, institute cannot be a MIT, Harvard, or Princeton. Because even if you just imagine one thing, so many good mind, good brain of the whole world is moving towards these institutes. Top 5 institute, top 5 technical institute of the world, people are going. From whole world, the students are moving towards these 5-6 institutes, majority from USA, I think Switzerland, ATH, Zurich is there, and that is there. So my point is that, so how we can divert, can India can divert part of that human resource, which is going to these 5-6 technical institutes, universities of the world. Can you divert? Even, for example, I'm telling you an example. Africa continent. Can all the African continent students can be diverted to India? Can you create that type of institute in India next to that level, so that because here cost of living is very less, where in USA in dollar, but here in rupees, $1, you know, the cost of the conversion from $1 to Indian. Why not? You can try to create that type of environment in your institute, so that the participants from other developing countries, forget about developed countries, participants from developing countries, they can come to India, teaching, research, and continuing education. Because I have experience of conducting a lot of international program in Chennai. So a lot of participants from the world, they are coming to Chennai for training for 1 month or 2 months durations. So you must be having identity in your community that you are something different than others. And in student community, some students should be different from others. They maintain the quality. I'm not telling the quality of the students, it's not necessarily only CGPA, cumulative grade point average is not everything. Because I have experienced students CGPA maybe more than 9.0, but some of the companies, they don't prefer those type of students. They may be good in higher education, but the company perspective, even students having 7.0 to 8.0 CGPA, maybe they prefer, because their concept is clear. They may not be very good in their presenting their things in a answer sheet. They may not be good, but their handwriting may not be good, or their presentation style in the answer sheet is not up to mark, so that they got B grade, but okay. Others get all A grade, they're 9.0. But you have to see some of students really brilliant actually. They have some innovative mind. Those type of students, you have to give some of the project related works. You have to identify, because the students are coming from different background actually. They're from different backgrounds, already you know. The learners are different. Their character also different. Somebody is coming from convent school, somebody coming from Kendriya Vidyalaya, somebody is coming from the state funded schools and colleges. So their communication skill, soft skills are entirely different actually. As a teacher, you have a major role to make a group to find out their level in the class. If you go to the class, in first class, you should identify what level of their background is there, whether their concept is clear in physics, chemistry, mathematics, basic sciences, they are good, or they're in different levels. Accordingly, you have to segregate this group, and accordingly, you have to give some extra time. As a teacher, you have to give extra time for those groups which is down below compared to the top 10 to 20% of the students. You have to take care. If you don't take care, then they will be distracted with a lot of other non-academic activities, which is detrimental for their growth, institutional growth. So you must be very careful, because the whole thing is that the parents has completely confidence on the faculty members. So for 4 years, they're giving to you, just like they're taking over 4 years the students, and you have to take care, institute as a whole, and faculty plays a major role as a mentor, advisor, as a guide. You have to take care the students. If you don't take care and more not concerned about their academic growth, academic career growth, then it will reflect in admission of the institute. The institute name, fame, reputation is linked with these admissions. If admission, good quality students are not coming to your institute, and then there is some problem somewhere. Why I'm telling? Because you see, top 100 JEE qualified students, they're going to IIT Bombay. Why they're going to IIT Bombay? Why not coming to IIT Kharagpur? or coming to IIT Hyderabad. There is something is there. So you must introspect to see where you are, what improvement you want to do. That thing comes through collective effort by the administrator, the management, and the faculty members together can think and introspect, having a clear vision what actually they want to achieve in their within 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. The system is so dynamic. In a dynamic system, quality is a dynamic parameter. You can see what change you want to do it. So quality is not an act, it is a habit actually. Actually, problem is that I cannot enforce quality on any of the human being. The inert material I can improve. I can keep my table neat and clean. I can maintain a beautiful ambient in my class or my chamber and dining hall, hostels. But the aspect of quality. But I am telling of the human being to be a quality concerned actually. How he'll be conscious about the quality, it depends upon the human being, person. Because the quality habits of the quality habit, actually, it is not that overnight, I don't tell it will occur. It will be gradual process. Because you see, we have a different type of family background, family culture, our traditions, our religion, a lot of things are there. India is so complex. Some of the people are really from their education, from their parental or their hereditary things, they're really very much quality concerned actually. And other people also, over the years, they see other people are doing quality. They also improve. I'm telling my example, I'm telling you, because I joined Kharagpur at the age of 40 years. Before that, I was in state-funded institutes. Some are good, some are average. But once I come here, I come to IIT Kharagpur 1995, I saw everybody is working, day and night working. Plus, they are publishing good journal papers, submitting proposals to Indian funding, foreign funding, collaborative funding agencies for getting projects. So once we got an environment, just see how the people are doing, we can imitate that, okay, he is doing good work and doing publishing and having good consultancy work with top companies in India and huge money they're earning also. Because if you are a good consultant also, money is not a factor in a technical institutes. Because people think only other people can earn money, but you have a lot of potential. You can generate huge money in crores if you are know the subjects, and people will make a queue to have giving a project to you one after another. Always I give you example that faculty members in IITs I have seen, they are using BMW and Mercedes-Benz car. You know the cost of this car, minimum 50 lakhs. Do you feel that they're getting through salary only? No. No salary money, no research project money, because research project, not a single money will come to your pocket. They are doing a lot of consultancy project. Once they became professor, I'm not telling you that don't be running a consultancy project with the assistant professor or associate professor level. Once you became professor, then you can try a lot of opportunities available in the country or even abroad also. But you should have a good group of students working with you. You can hire some good students in a consultancy project, also research project, and you can earn huge money because 50% of the total cost will come to you as a consultant. So these are some of the experience I'm sharing, that if you get a good environment, definitely your quality in education, quality in teaching, research, continuing education will improve. And try to maintain, because long run, I have seen that by my experience of telling, maintain quality gradually, lot of students will join you, lot of publications. Because if one project is successful, any one research project is successful, and good delivery and good outcome of these projects, I am telling you, the funding agency will go on pouring money after money to you, requesting you to submit a proposal for funding. And moreover, you should know how to write a proposal, how to defend your proposal in the committee. That also there's an art. As I told you, writing a paper, writing a proposal completely is a technique. If you develop that competency, definitely you can write a lot of papers. I am not telling you to write only theoretical paper, and don't be mad about only number. Don't go for number game. It will never help you. Only it will be your satisfaction that I have published 100 papers, but not a single Scopus index journal paper available, then it is no value actually. So from beginning you maintain a quality. If a quality, a student will remember for entire your life. That connection, because if you understand the whole thing, if you're having a good teacher and you have guided BTech, MTech or PhD, any student, if students are not connected with you, you would definitely remind that then you can introspect to see why students is not connected with you. Good teacher is connected with the students. You should not be connected with the student. Student will connect with you because you are a good student, good teacher, good researcher also, you good guide, good mentor. Because that quality if you maintain entire life, student will remember. Also during your critical period, crisis moment, they will come just like your son and daughter. So I told you, these are the landscape of higher education. Actually, already you know, NEP 2020 has told you, assess the education things accessible, quality maintain, equity maintain among this community. It should be affordable, because MOOCs courses and showing platform, it is very cheap. You need not to go to the class. You can also have the material must be accessible as well as affordable also, and accountability. And everybody should be accountable actually, because finally, if you're not accountable, and then because why I'm telling you about this thing, accountability, because see, I'm telling you that finally, out of your 3 years, 5 years experience, you should be expecting for promotion actually. But to promotion actually not automatic actually, because you know, I never encourage case promotions. Case promotion career advancement scheme of the AICTE, because always should be it's a selection process. It's not a promotion. You should be doing something. Your biodata is so strong, nobody can deny you or reject you in the interview board. If you can develop that type of quality in your profile, definitely nobody in the interview board, it may be 10-member interview board or 5-member interview board members, definitely nobody will deny you for any promotion anytime. So that's why that the year of experience has no meaning actually. I have seen at the age of 35, 36, people became professors. Can you imagine? At 35, 36 age, we became professor. And people also entire life, they remain as assistant professor. So all things depends upon how the institute is evaluating your performance based upon the quality in you, not in the number of years of experience. Has no meaning in this thing actually. And moreover, this country is now trying to go gross enrollment ratio, telling that you should go from 27% to 50%. Country is expecting in NEP 2020. But you see, the whole thing is why only 27% now? Why the students are not coming for education actually? why the educational institute is not creating a magnetic effect on the students or the parents to enroll their kids to higher education side actually. There must be some problem somewhere. Otherwise, everybody want to be educated. Every parents want that their son and daughter to be educated. They are not becoming due to other problems, because a lot of problems are there. Socioeconomic problems are there, and a lot of issues regarding girl student and male or female students. A lot of issues are there. Our regional imbalance is there, our society, our culture, different states, mindset also different, all the things actually. Let us try to attract the students so that our gross enrollment ratio may reach up to the even 50%. Now we are 27%. Let us try to be within 2030, it may reach up to 50%. The demand nowadays, this is a real challenge nowadays, is rising demand on for quality actually. Because this demand is gradually, I told you, this demand is increasing nowadays at the parents level, students level, faculty level, institute level. As a vice chancellor and top leaders, country needs a lot of top leaders in education institutes, maybe vice chancellor, directors. So the demand is increasing. Don't think that only in industry demand is there, not in education institute. It's not like that. If you are really a good teacher, and you are having, because I'm going through a lot of interview and conducting interview and assessing this, your biodata to be called for interview or not called for the interview. Everywhere this type of quality concern, it's actually everybody is going through. And as a parents also, I want to enroll my student, my son and daughter to a good institute, quality institutes, because they expect end of 4 years, my kids will get some of the good placement in good package. That was expectation parents. As a institute management, they want, I can recruit some good quality faculty members. Good quality faculty members in turn also expect, institute also want that good quality screen out student can join my institutes. And finally, I'm telling you, at the end, the industries or the professors in foreign top institutes also expect quality students. They want, I should get a quality students so that during these 2 years or 4 years of study, they can have a good outcome in form of papers. The demand is rising very fast in all levels, faculty, student, institutes expectation, industries, and professors in foreign countries, they have a lot of increasing mobility. Nowadays, the mobility among this students community, faculty community, is very much increased actually. It will definitely come, because nowadays the students actually want to select, and moreover, even in the department level, now just see all the CEC department having so many sections from A to Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, Z. But whereas other departments actually hardly one section, mechanical, civil. And also the faculty members nowadays, they're also very mobile also. They see wherever pay package is good ambient, good administration, good governance is there, and peace of mind, all facilities are available for their children's education, their health care. And among this top management also, a lot of mobility is going on actually. So why they're concerned about actually? Because nowadays, it is trend is different actually. Trend different, the students can are now telling that total your credits, total, suppose I want 160 credits is required my entire 4 years period. If you, out of 160, one semester I can conduct here, Australia, or some one credit, one semester may spend in USA. this type of MOU signed by the institute, then student can have a mobility, then have spend some time in different institute. Just like you might be knowing by that Erasmus Mundus Fellowship of European Union, where 4 semesters masters, they spend 4 semesters in 4 countries. Decline in educational attainment actually, and that is the whole thing. Student, the attainment is not there. The declining, who is responsible? What finally, if you can not actually, they cannot write good, their soft skill is not good, writing skill is not good, they are not employable in the companies, they don't have any innovation idea, or they don't have entrepreneurship mentality, and how our final attainment in a total 4 years period, or even don't tell about 4 years, better talk about each subject wise. I am a teacher, I am teaching some subject. Final after 1 semester, what the student can attain actually. Not that they go to the class because attendance is there, so they have to go for biometrics or attendances. Attendance is different. Attention in the class is different. They can attend the class, they come to your class, sit down, but they are not attentive in the class. Attendance and attentiveness are entirely different. If they are not attentive in the class, finally, after your 1 semester over, if that they can attain the desired output to create some mind, they can see what are happening in the society and on the industries. If they cannot contribute something change in this system, then as a teacher also we are feel that there is some deficiency somewhere. Internationalization of institutes. Nowadays, it is to be a major things is going up, so now also continuing. After 10 years, actually you will see the MIT, Harvard, they can open the institute here also. And here also, international institute. Actually, this is a very broad term actually. It's a lot of detailing is required. International, what actually you want? The student level, faculty level, project level, joint guidance level. You have to see every aspect actually. In your course, you are teaching 40 lectures. Out of 40 lectures, 10 lectures taught by a professor from USA. And also in a joint collaboration between you and the professor from abroad. Internship, student internship, they're doing in a foreign country. So all credit transfer goes on between your institute. What internationalization actually of the institutes actually, what is your expectations? What actually you want to do actually? Just see, in each aspect is very broad, very vast. And nowadays, this is going to happen because you see, even placement also, in placement also, you might be knowing, a lot of students are going to foreign countries by learning some language course. They're also going to Japan, Germany, where their deficiency is the total student mass because their population is declining. So that's a big problem for them actually. Now the diversification of higher education, because diversification depends upon the demand actually, demand based actually. So if the demand is changing very fast, and you have to diversify your education actually. If is any of this computer science related topics, the emerging areas, so depending upon the thing, diversion occurs in education. So we must be mentally prepared that it is all demand based of the things. Accordingly, the institute should be diversified to have a curriculum matching with this demand actually. So it may be artificial intelligence or machine learning or whatever area if you want, the demand is there. According to, you have to modulate your curriculums and your structure of the courses accordingly. So nowadays the technology enabled learning, because nowadays online program is there. We don't know how long it will continue, whether it will continue after 6 months or it will be discontinued after 2 months. We don't know. So uncertainty is there. So if you don't know, if you're not enabled with your different technology to have a teaching learning between you as well as students, if they cannot at par with if not technology is not imbibed or adopted during the teaching learning process, then it will be actually difficult to manage in current situations. Even in physical mode also, you have to go for technology. It may be video, it may be animation or simulation. You have to, the concept of the students should be clear, then only the classes will be interesting. Otherwise, it's difficult for students. They will not, they may not come to the class, or they'll do some other activities in your class during the class whenever they have not properly attended. So these are this sustainable goal. Already you know that number 4 is quality education. This is total 17. So sustainable goals of the United Nations. So these are the quality education is number 4. Accordingly, we have to be very serious about how to increase the enhance the quality in education, particularly technical education. So in this thing, actually, you can know that by 2030, ensure equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality technical education, vocational education. By 2030, that is a target is given that you have to have a affordable and quality technical and vocational education. There is a timeline is given. Now, 10 years still there. Let us try to satisfy this, the United Nations sustainable goals actually. 30, ensure that all learning was knowledge and skill sector. Because main thing is knowledge. Knowledge is not only grade point, CGPA is not knowledge actually. And the skills also not CGPA actually. CGPA is different actually. So if a teacher can impart some knowledge in the mind of the mind should be ignited actually. A spark it will come in the mind of the students. If the class is that type of things is not there, he actually after coming from the class, if you're not thinking about these problems during his leisure time or early morning, he's not thinking, then what is the use of this thing? Any problem, there are 1,000 problems are there in all the fields actually. Let us think, if a student is not discussing about the last class, whatever happened, after coming out of the class, if not thinking, not discussing among his colleagues in the hostel or dining hall, there is something deficiencies there somewhere. So improvement should focus on expectation of stakeholders, because stakeholders, I told you, stakeholders are the parents, students, faculty, the management, the company, the professors, those who want to hire students for their higher study. They're having some expectations. Everybody's expectations. That expectation actually to be met. And there, everybody's contributions are there, not there. Because, you know, the management cannot 100% may or may not meet the expectation of the faculty, or 100% cannot meet the expectation of the students actually. And that expectation should be gradually can be solved. If you constantly, continuously, if you have a commitment, dedication is there, and gradually it's possible. It is not impossible that my quality I cannot improve, my expectation cannot be satisfied. Maybe 90% your expectation may be satisfied with your effort and your sincere effort. If you don't sincere, and if you want to, it's available to be distorted, but faculty, if they really want, everything possible. Because I have seen, if you do a hard work, dedicated for the institute, for your growth and institute growth, your expectation can be satisfied. Not 100%, even 99% can be satisfied. Prevention of problems. Always I tell, prevention is better than cure. Curative measures are very expensive. For example, I'll give one example. If by chance the management, the institute has inducted a faculty who is good in study, good in subject, but he is having other non-academic activities by which institute may suffer also. Institute may suffer in different perspective, not in education perspective, non-education, non-academic perspectives. So always the academic institutes, any technical institutes, very much careful to have preventive measures rather than curative measures. And you know that this problem definitely come up after 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, even students level, staff level, faculty level, at the government surrounding level. That should very preventive measures should be taken to resolve for this improvement should be occur. If you are really serious, you can take care yourself also. Because you know that after 5 years, I will be assessed for my second promotion. You must be careful. No? You have to take some measures, planned way, you have to do a planning. You have to do a proper planning for my career growth. If you are not planned, definitely I'll be somewhere, I'll be lost. Building commitments to quality workforce actually. Commitments actually to quality. Everyone should be committed. It may be faculty, staff, students actually should be committed. That built up, that character, their motivation, it's a gradual process actually. If I'm committed, one should not do a policing work to see whether I'm working, not working, is not required actually. I'm committed. Even if Sunday, Saturday, holidays, I'll definitely come to the institute, I'll work. But that thing should come within. This is not a forceful, not a biometrics. You come and put your fingers, biometric, attendance, is not required. Experience. If a learning experience of students is not enriched, because all learner-centrics, we are not going to the class, spend 45 minutes, show some slides, and come back. What experience they gain, what change occurs in their mindset, what innovation ideas came to their mind. You have to see the students' perspective actually. If you are not concerned with students and spending time, energy, it is no use. Out of you spend time, energy, but if the outcome is not to the expectation of the learners, the students, this is all no use. Ensuring good governance, definitely, as a manager, as management things, as a good governance policy, open decision-making process should be there actually. The participatory approach between the management, faculties, and the supporting staff actually. Particularly, I'm telling you, suppose if you don't have any ERP also, you don't have ERP. Just imagine if you don't have ERP in this online system of education, how will you do it? Just imagine this problem. If your infrastructure is not adequate to take care to ERP, to link the students with the teachers, then there is no use actually. Enhance the infrastructure facility, definitely. Because if a faculty don't get some basic infrastructure to conduct some of his students' projects or his project, then he'll be demotivated actually. So all this minimum and infrastructure development actually is a continuous process. It is not there overnight, or it cannot be that level. It's a continuous process, and more effort should be made by our faculty members, not the faculty members has a major role in increase the infrastructure facility. Don't think that an institute can provide everything to you, because I have seen, if you're really serious to projects, research project, consultancy project, you can develop your own facilities. Enabling networking with the industry and society, because you see, finally, the students should go to the industries. And as an institute, surrounding your institute, a lot of societal problems are there, issues are there. As a teacher, engaging the students, if you cannot transform something and as an outreach program, then what is the use of a beautiful institute have or surrounding to your institute? The farmers or the villagers are having very difficult life they're maintaining. As a human being, as a citizen of the country, what is your role responsibility for the change the lifestyle of this society as a whole, increasing the socio-economic upliftment? The industries, they have huge problems. What is because networking, I'm telling networking, please involve these industry people starting from curriculum development stage, teaching learning process stage, their placement point of view. If you don't involve from beginning, from curriculum stage, teaching learning process stage, if you go for telling them, please recruit our students, they'll never listen to it. So faculty members, you have to empower actually, quality faculty members, because always faculty has a priority actually. There is a priority in the institute. They have to empower and develop actually. We have to motivate them, prepare the faculty and energize them. There's a lot of processes there. This because as a human being, as a faculty, we have to motivate them. We have to show different options, possibilities. I don't think a faculty will be very good in teaching, very good in research, very good in continuing education. Not possible actually. So you have, as an institute also, you have to facilitate, you have to motivate and prepare a roadmap. You have to see, you have to tell them. A lot of things we don't know also, because I have seen a lot of things till now we don't know. Whether an institute has prepared a roadmap for them, whether they expose them to faculty, these are the avenues are available by which you can develop yourself. I have seen all my career that I have seen a lot of teachers, my professors, they are not at all good in teaching, but they are very good in research actually. They are very good in teaching, but not good in research, or vice versa. So teacher quality is the most important in education institute, affecting student achievement, because all are interlinked, both of them. The teacher is good, student will be good. All related to teacher, because they are more closely bonded with the students actually. Every day, every moment, they are bonded actually. So they improve the quality, if the teacher's quality as a good human being, good content knowledge, good pedagogical tools he is adopting, classes are interesting, and giving different projects to students to work in the real world problems. Real world problems are numerous problems. If the students is given, not a single student, a group of students, they are given a project during the day they join. If you give a project to them, let them work. You can help them, assist them, guide them so that they can improve. These are the things actually I told you already. I don't want to repeat already. These are, you have to involve these people during teaching learning process. Is a professor, scientist, industry person. You have to involve them starting from curriculum development stage, teaching learning process. Automatically, they will like to recruit, place your students in those companies. So it's number two, because this environment is not good, no good quality faculty member never comes. That environment is required. I'm not telling environment, not that only table, chair, Godrej chair, table I'm not telling about. I am telling the work environment, free mind, independency, free mind, and power to express their problems, issues, grievances, or their things that to openly tell. There should not be any compulsion. He's a professor, he's a HOD, he's the dean directors, I should not tell. That type of thing. Very free mind should be there. Free mind, that then development occurs. Faculty, actually, I told you mentorship actually. You should be mentored. Till our death, you should be mentored. Mentored by your PhD supervisor, mentored by a person whom you feel he's an icon, he's my mentor. Entire life, I will listen to him. I have seen that in my lot of students actually, they listen. Whatever I'm telling, they're listening. As a mentor, you can identify your mentor. Who will be your mentor? Whether your PhD guide is a mentor, or some CSR institute, some scientist is a mentor, then professor abroad, he's your mentor. Under his mentorship, from your field of specialization, your entire life will continue. This, you have to establish a strong teaching, research, consultancy, and continuing education culture. This culture you have to develop actually. Not that only I come into the class, I'm coming to the institute, spend some 2-3 hours for my teaching, then I'll be busy with some other non-academic activities. That is not the culture of a teacher. Teacher devoted for teaching, research, consultancy, and continuing education. So by that process, student will be motivated. If teacher is working, student will observing, okay, this teacher is working and producing a lot of paper, lot of projects, lot of consultancy, grants also he is getting. So accordingly, students also be motivated for this thing. Certification of upskilling through flexible mode. This is actually, you have to upskill the knowledge of the students actually in a flexible mode. Cannot be a rigid, no, this many credit. You have to teach from here, you have to read from here, not from any other source, because nowadays sources are plenty actually. Open education resources is available plenty. You cannot tell that, okay, my lecture note is the best lecture note I prepared. You have to read from here, you have to go to the class, examination hall, you have to vomit there, get the gate, then leave this place. So it's flexible mode actually there. And this is applicable to faculty as well as the students also. Give them flexible. So whatever available, lot of things available in the things market. Always by going for quality things. It may be anything in our life also. Always we are concerned with quality material. So faculty members' quality can be improved, can be give a option to select. And even if you go for research, there will enter different approach. If you go for teaching quality improvement, continuing education, students learning experience, how you can increase. Student can learn from two modes, synchronous and asynchronous mode actually. All type of asynchronous mode actually, all the MOOCs courses are all in asynchronous mode of teaching learning. And synchronous mode actually presently by physical or it may be online mode of thing. This knowledge transfer occurs in these two modes actually. So I told you already, you have to involve this industry personals. Teaching learning process already I told you. This is established digital and technology enabled education system. You must be very strong in this teaching learning process, engaging the students by digitally and different technological techniques and tools you have to adopt during teaching learning process so that the concept should be clear. Our main objective, my concept should be clear. Students' concept we can clear. That is only, this is a tools actually can clarify those doubts. So now there's creation of academic bank of credits. Nowadays also our NEP, National Education Policy, telling that you have to create the academic bank of credits. Students can learn from MOOCs or from any institute as a semester abroad program. Those preparation of open courseware. You have seen MIT, Harvard. Please visit the open courseware website of this prepare, how they are preparing the lecture-wise breakup of all the total number of lectures. Each lecture, whether it's a theory, it's application, video, animation, simulation they want to show, even outdoor shooting of the real machine is working in the field, that type of things you have to show them in the class. Either that same machine you can show a three-dimensional picture here in the class through video, or you want to take the students, not the students, you have to show some of the video shooting done in some of the industries, how this machine is working. offering dual degree. So this flexibility should be there in institute actually, whether you can go for a lot of permutation combination of the curriculum, whether it is a different schools are there, engineering school is there, liberal arts is there, suppose you have a basic science, you can also have a dual degree, 5 years program, partly 2 degree will offered by this thing. That will also be possible in nowadays scenario. Because you have to revise the course curriculum very frequently, if possible. If you are in private institutes, you can revise the course curriculum very frequently, even 2-3 years also. Not entire curriculum, partly also curriculum you can change with the top-ranked world universities, how they are changing their curriculum, new programs, depending upon the demand of the market or demand of the society, they're changing. And moreover, this is the main, our NEP concept of multidisciplinary education and research universities, that actually the university should be multidisciplinary approach. All the disciplines should work together, because nowadays there's no individual. All problems having a approach is required from multidisciplinary. It may be from computer science engineering, it may be from mechanical, it may be electronics and communication, ECE. So all things together can solve the problems. Nowadays, this problem can be solved by multidisciplinary approach, that you can education also you can involve students with the projects, multidisciplinary faculty member involved student project, also research projects. Is screen you could screen. Okay, so let us, I think I have taken more time, so I don't want to have a so let me already I told you, actually I have to have more interaction with the faculty members, is better. Okay,
faculty members, you can interact for Honorable Professor. If you have any doubts, want to.
Okay, so on just only two, 3 slides are there actually. Okay. So and actually just understand, this is the enhanced infrastructure facility. Infrastructure facility is not that only the buildings actually, a lot of laboratories. You have to create an incubation center, science technology park, because these companies, final students go to the companies. If those companies create a incubation center here to develop entrepreneurs, and also science technology park, different companies, they have some space here. With students during the class also they can interact, and how this company, what is the expectations. Main thing is that what company wants actually. You have to, just like fabricating a product, depending upon the mode available, accordingly you have to create the students according to that actually. So that thing is required. You have to infrastructure development actually as an institute actually, all has to prioritize these things. Without prioritizations, never do an infrastructure development. If laboratory is priority, please construct the laboratories. If your hostel facilities require priority, you do it, or library is required, you do that one also. Enhance IRG. Because this point, nobody actually, faculty members are not serious. They think that is the government institute, I'm getting my salary. Oh, okay, I'm private institute, I'm getting my salary, and no problem. Because if you don't contribute IRG, because IRG can be generated by a lot of sources of there. So research project, consultancy projects is there, developing continuing education also can generate IRG, through developing a test bed or test kit or testing facility. In the institute also you can develop IRG. A lot of facilities are there. Networking the industry and society, that you have to do a networking. Without networking knowledge, because knowledge, if you don't network, then it will be confined to very 4 walls of your room actually. So you have to teach innovate and innovation in teaching, that you have to bring the innovation during the teaching learning process, provided the faculty members having innovative mind and they have a knowledge to think different aspects of their area of specialization. They know these are the area where I can give a project to the students, even BTech students. During 4 years time, they can also contribute one paper out of this innovation. mind which is completely imbibed in the mind of the students actually. Because this credit transfer is future of these things. You cannot teach everything. Partly it can come from books, it may be from Coursera, it may be from edX, it may be from SOEM, or from one semester abroad program. That credit also can transfer, provided your curriculum and your institute is QS ranking institute or NRF ranking institute, so that your credit can be transferred to other country, or other country transfer credit can be transferred here. You should be globally connected, because nowadays this is not only confined to country like India. You can connect it by. So this you can do only by strengthening the alumni affairs and international relations. These divisions should be highly essential if you want to go for globalizations or internationals of the institutes. Is highly essential. They have a lot of merits. They don't have any dismerit and disadvantage. All merits are there. And you have to take care of students through counseling and training placement. Because if you don't take care, the student they join, I'm telling you, as a brother and sisters, you have to take care of them. Then only they will be attached to you for entire life, as a counselor, as a mentor, as an advisor. This is the last point, actually highly essential, because outreach activities is a social obligations that institutes are located, but a lot of problems, issues are there, societal problem, technical problem, issues are around the universities and institutes that you can take care. So this is you have to prepare a quality roadmap for individuals. I'm telling you, individual faculty members should create their own quality roadmap. Where I am, where to go, what change actually I need in my entire career, or I want to be joined as assistant professor, retired as assistant professor. I join as assistant professor, I want to be a professor, or higher positions as a dean, director, vice chancellor. What actually my expectations? Or I want to only stay in my own state, or I want to go to any part of the country or any part of the world. What actually my expectations? If that is depend upon your mindset, your things, nobody can check. Because internally you have to improve actually. The culture is a continuous process. The culture should be developed, and you have to continuously develop yourself and think where I am, what is my duty, responsibility for my students, for my institute, what actually I want to do, and how we can contribute to the country by creating a knowledge society. So the student community can finally develop the country in all areas, not area only software, hardware, whatever area they want, they can contribute for country's growth, so that our GDP finally comes GDP. If GDP is not increasing, export, import, finally, it is not any use. If you're not contributing as a teacher, building the student mass, they are not contributing for institutes or the country's growth in all its aspect. There's no use. Thank you very much for listening to me. And if you have some questions are there, you can directly talk to me. I can give you answer. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to share my thoughts. Time is very limited because 1.5 hours time, because a lot of things to tell about research and other things. Some other time I can discuss in detail. Okay, thank you very much.
Participants, if you have any queries regarding the quality improvements, other clarifications, you may ask the questions. Sarah is ready to answer. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask.
Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We feel very happy, sir. An excellent session we have attended, sir. I am also faculty working in Vishnu Institute of Technology. It is autonomous college in Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Mm.
I am doing my research in SRM University, Katangattur in Chennai. Sir, I have presented one paper recently in SCI publication, sir. I try to add my students in that presentation, but the institutions, they're avoiding to add our students' involvement, sir. Whether there is an issue in order to add, to contribute our students in our research work, sir? Is there any criteria like that?
That means including the name of the students in your research publications.
Yes, sir. The research presentation, the patent and what we have implemented.
This is a patent or presentation actually.
Both the things, sir. Both the things I have presented recently, sir. But we don't have a special time to what you said, no, sir. Along with the academics, we are doing some documentation work like NAC and V and everything we are doing, sir. So if we are working Saturdays and Sundays also, we don't have a special time to do in order to involvement of our students in our research works and what we are parallelly we are doing in the institutions.
Actually, I suggest you try to involve your undergraduate students or postgraduate students actually during your whatever research work you are doing by institute funding or any funding coming from the other funding agencies. Try to involve them actually. The undergrad students are also really good students. I don't tell. Try to involve them and really see if you can give the idea to them. Definitely they will definitely contribute some aspect, because some aspects, not all aspects, because some students are very good in a review of literature or programming part actually. I'm telling design or programming part, some students are really good. You have to
Yes, sir.
see the students' strength actually, where they are, whether can help you for review literature, designing part, programming, using some language that good. So accordingly, you have to see the quality of the students, accordingly involve them. And also definitely if they are contributing, there will be one of the author, maybe second, third, fourth author in your publication. It may be conference paper, it may be a journal paper, whatever they think. But normally in patent actually, if you patent it, normally you will be there. I think patent also, I think possible. I think students may be also possibly the one of the member in the patent also.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other queries? I think nobody's. Shall we close the session, sir?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So shall I post the feedback link, sir?
Oh, no. So, dear participants, you have listened a very good motivational session presented by Dr. Sudindra Panda sir. Actually, sir has given a lot of explanations and lot of descriptions regarding the quality improvement and how to improve the quality of teaching and where should focus for quality and how to improve the knowledge in content wise and pedagogical wise. And also he has explained the competency level of faculty members and according to the competency level, how to choose the subject and how to deliver the subject, how to deliver the lecture for the students. And he also emphasized the quality teaching and how to interact the students with, and specifically how to get the fund and how and the submission of proposal, and how to prepare the proposal, how to attract the commission, right, where to submit the projects. And he has clearly differentiated attendance and attentiveness of the students. And also Sarah's insisted about the sustainable development goals. Sir, in our institutions, we are also following the sustainable development goals, and we are segregating the projects, our undergraduate students project according to the SDG goals, and under what category, under what SDG the project belongs to. So we are grouping the students, we are segregating the students according to the SDG goals, and how to tackle the real world problems, and how to equip the students, and also how to equip teachers themselves to adapt the new techniques, upcoming techniques. And also he has explained the modes of teaching and learning, that is both the synchronous and asynchronous modes of teaching. And finally he has explained about the quality roadmap. So it's a very motivational and excellent session for our teaching fraternity to develop the quality in engineering education. Thank you, sir. And on behalf of Sairam Institute of Technology, on behalf of Indian Society for Technical Education, thank you once again, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Feedback link போடுங்க.
Okay, sir. Participants, kindly fill the feedback form.
Participants, please join at 11:30 a.m. for next session. Is a SIS management session, which will be handled by Dr. Uma Mageshwari, Professor, Tamil Nadu Sports University. So it's a very excellent session, to free up your minds. It's a SIS management session. So you have to join at 11:30 a.m. Kindly fill the feedback form.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I got a net disconnected, so I am not able to listen for the last 5 minutes. So
Okay.
shall we continue with the next session, or is there any process again to complete for the
11:30, sir. 11:30.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you.
Kindly fill the feedback form, sir.
Meet close பண்ணிட்டுமா? Ma'am, shall I close the meet?
Sir, response இன்னும் வரல, sir. 5 minutes, sir.
WhatsApp இதுல குரூப்ல போடுங்க.
Okay, sir. Okay.